How's it going, ladies and gents? Today, we're gonna do a new vehicle inventory update. I think I'm gonna start doing these each month. This way you can see what it's like at an actual dealership and what vehicles they have on the ground and some of the inventory issues that we are still having. It's amazing that we are now literally 2 years in to having inventory issues, a little less than 2 years. And it's just amazing. I remember back then saying, well, in 6 months it might be better, in 6 months it might be better, and then people saying it'll take 2-3 years, and we're still having many problems. So what do we have currently on the ground? Right now, we are a store, our location, Schumacher Chevrolet of Livingston, that would normally carry 250 or so new cars pre-pandemic. Currently, we are at 49 vehicles on the lot. And this month in February, I have 6 vehicles inbound that are being built, that aren't spoken for, that are on their way here, that should arrive this month. So we pretty much have a total of 55 new cars to sell this month. Now, our goal this month is to sell 45 new cars, which means we need to sell pretty much everything we have in stock, just shy of 10 vehicles, to hit that goal, because we're not dealer swapping with other dealers. We're not gonna get any more cars in. So of the 49 vehicles, what are they really comprised of, right? So let's start it out. We have 3 Malibus in stock. We got a real nice 2LT, which is a loaded up Corvette leather, and then we have a 2 that are a little bit more basic as far as trim. Now in recent months, we did get like probably 13, 14 Malibus in, and we sold them all pretty quick. I was surprised actually, because we don't do a lot of Malibus here. Maybe it was a lack of options. Maybe it was a lack of inventory elsewhere where people found these online and came into us to buy them. But in any event, we only have 3 left. We're not getting any more in. We have 20 Equinoxes available. Now the Equinox for us is one of our most popular vehicles. Most of these are the LT, confidence and convenience. We generally don't have any problem selling these. You know, the only problem we have now is that interest rates are up, so leases are higher, payments are higher. So unless you really need a vehicle, a lot of people are holding off. But if you need something, it sort of is what it is. You gotta just go with today's times and find a way to navigate that buying decision for yourself. We have 2 Trailblazers. They're both active series Trailblazers. One is like $33,000. I think the other one's like $29,000. So they're pretty expensive Trailblazers. The Trailblazer is a vehicle that most people would lease because they want a lower payment, because these are so expensive. And with the rates the way they are today, these aren't all that cheap. However, we do have 2 here. I have 1 Blazer RS. We have 12 Traverses in stock. Traverse is another very good seller for us, so we should have no problem moving those. We have 10 Silverados. Most of them, like we've discussed in previous videos, they're customs, they're 2FLs, they're the 2.7 liter turbo, that type of packages and equipment. And we have 1 Colorado, which is the Colorado ZR2 Bison Edition. Awesome truck. It hasn't sold yet. It will. Someone will find it online. It'll be something they're specifically looking for, and eventually it'll go. So those are the 49 vehicles that we have available to sell. What we don't have the Trax, which is a popular vehicle here. We don't have Tahoe or Suburban, and I just checked. We do have 2 Tahoes being built that look like they are available, that are gonna be built in the first week of March, and 3 Suburbans that look to be available being built in March as well. So we won't have any available Tahoes or Suburbans until probably the end of March, early April. We generally don't have any Corvettes, but I'm gonna talk to you about a Corvette that will be available. It's due in any day. We don't have any Bolts. Bolts were completely backed up. We are now telling people 10 to 12 months as far as the time frame for factory ordering. At this point, if we're taking orders in my opinion, they're most likely gonna end up being a 2024 model. And finally, we do not have any HD Silverados, no 2500s, no 3500s. They're apparently really going to step up production on those this year as far as the HD trucks, so we'll see what happens with that. But for now, we have 49, we'll have 55 by the end of the month, and we got to sell all but 10. So we'll see how we do with that. That's basically the new car update. And again, this may not be the same everywhere in different parts of the country, but this is just, you know, laser focused down to this dealership, what we're dealing with and what we have currently, you know, to sell. Okay, next up, the 2023 Corvette Stingray Coupe 2LT that's going to be here at the dealership any day now, that is actually available for sale. I'm going to put the window sticker up on the screen right now so you can see the equipment this car has. It is hypersonic gray metallic with a black interior. It's a Z51 performance car. It has front lift, the GT2 bucket seats, the Trident spoked machine face Spectra gray painted aluminum wheels, edge red calipers, the stealth interior trim package, the edge red engine cover, carbon flash painted outside mirrors, the stealth crossed flag emblems, and the battery protection package. MSRP of this vehicle is $87,560. We're gonna sell this vehicle for $97,560. I know. Now here's my thought process here. This is not my decision, but I will surely offer this to anybody who wants to buy the car, right? This is a supply and demand situation. The Corvette is still very difficult to get. If you want to order one, I can order you one at MSRP. It is about a 12-month wait, and it will be, at this point, a 2024 model year vehicle. This car, for whatever reason, became available. I'm assuming somebody ordered it and they canceled. I don't know the backstory. It wasn't my deal, but it'll be here in a couple days. So the question is it worth it to pay more than MSRP for a car? It's a very hot topic. I get comments constantly about it. Obviously, there are people that don't mind it. They'll do it. There are people that won't do it and whatever. What I want to bring up is a forum board post I posted back in 2009. Let me just find it here real quick. It was actually February 13th, 2009. That's 13 years ago. So I'm going to put it up on the screen. I posed a question, and the topic was I'd pay MSRP, right? So I said, hello all. In the forum, so many of the posts are about the Corvette's best deal and fair deals, all about stealerships, all about who paid much less than someone else. When I decided to buy my Corvette, I paid GMS because I'm an employee and I was entitled to it. I don't feel like I pay too much because I can get it cheaper somewhere else. So why do non-employees say, if you pay GMS, you pay too much, just because somebody else did or can? I think we should start a count in the forum who would still buy the Corvette if all dealers sold them at MSRP. Forget the internet, the best deal, economy, leftovers, employee pricing, competition, all the other BS that devalues the vehicle. Just the Corvette, the way you want it, at the price that GM suggested it be sold for. Would you still pay that price? Now, again, that was 13 years ago. I'm going to put a link down in the description for this forum, this board, right? Because it's very interesting to kind of read through what the mindset was 13 years ago in a very aggressive sales culture, a very aggressive, very competitive sales atmosphere, right? What prompted me to post this was somebody I remember that responded to me when I posted that I bought this car that, oh, if you paid GMS, why didn't you sell it to yourself for less? Because you can get it here and you can get this and you can get that. So it was a very competitive marketplace due to the supply and demand of the car. And the market was flooded with Corvettes at that time. So again, if you want to read through it, I'll put the link down below. It was pretty cool to see. Again, it's a lot of supply and demand conversation. And basically, it's the same conversation that we're having today, except it's flipped. The demand is outweighing the supply. Anywho, that car is currently still available as of the posting and uploading of this video. I'll put it in the description when it's sold. If you're interested in that car and you wanted to buy it, and let's talk about this for a second. What are you paying for when you buy this car, right? Either you have one at MSRP that you wait a year for, or you buy one, you pay $10,000 more, but you get it today, right? You're paying for the experience. So the only thing I could do is relate it to other things, right? So let's say you were going on a cruise. You can buy an inside stateroom, right? Which let's say it costs you $1,000 for the week. You're getting the same ship, the same food, the same shows, the same entertainment, the same ports of call, all the same things. So why buy a balcony room? Why pay whatever, how many thousand more for a balcony room? You know, you're paying it for the experience. That's what this car is. This car is an experience. It's an experience that's, in my opinion, is worth the money, whether you pay invoice or whether you pay MSRP or whether you pay 10 over. Like if you had the money, you want the car, do it and enjoy the car.